For over 1,000 years, one city stood unconquered, Constantinople. 23 sieges came and went. Its walls had never fallen. Behind them lay the last living piece of the Roman Empire. And in the spring of 1453, a 21-year-old decided he would do what no one in history ever had. The city was a fortress designed to be unbeatable. On the land side stood the Theodosian walls, a moat, an outer wall, then an inner wall 12 meters high, 1,000 years old and never breached. On the seaside, the Golden Horn Harbor was sealed by a massive iron chain floating from shore to shore. No army had ever solved this puzzle. Most had simply stopped trying. Mehmed II became sultan at 19. The empire's old guard didn't take him seriously. Even his own Grand Vizier doubted him. But Mehmed had one obsession: the city. He studied every failed siege in history. He built a fortress on the strait to cut the city's supply lines. And he ordered something no one had ever seen before: a weapon designed to end the age of walls. A Hungarian engineer named Orban had offered his services to the Byzantines first. They couldn't afford him, so he went to Mehmed instead and built him a monster, a cannon over 8 meters long, firing stone balls weighing half a ton. It took 60 oxen to move it. It could fire only 7 times a day, and its roar was heard from miles away. When it was ready, Mehmed pointed it at the strongest walls on Earth. On April 6th, the bombardment began. Day after day, the great cannon smashed at the walls, and every night, the defenders rebuilt them with rubble, barrels, and earth. At sea, it went even worse for the attackers. The chain held, and the defenders' ships beat back every assault on the harbor. Weeks passed. The city held its breath. And then Mehmed came up with the idea that would make him famous. If the fleet could not break through the chain, it would go around it, over the land. In secret, his men built a road of greased logs across the hills behind Galata. Then, in a single night, they hauled around 70 ships up the slope and down into the Golden Horn. Sails raised, drums beating. At sunrise, the defenders saw an enemy fleet floating inside their sealed harbor, and their jaws dropped. The rules had changed overnight. The defenders, already outnumbered roughly 10 to 1, now had to guard the harbor walls too. Under the ground, Ottoman miners dug tunnels toward the walls, and a Scottish engineer named John Grant hunted them with counter-tunnels, flooding and smoking them out. Above ground, giant siege towers rolled forward. The city was being squeezed from every direction at once. May 29th, before dawn, Mehmed launched everything at once. First came the irregulars, wave after wave, to exhaust the defenders. Then the Anatolian troops, and finally the Janissaries, the empire's elite. The defense bent but held, until the Genoese commander Giustiniani was badly wounded and carried off the walls. His men's morale broke with him. And then, the story goes, someone found a small gate, the Kirkoporta, left unlocked. Ottoman soldiers poured through. The banners on the towers changed one by one. Emperor Constantine XI, the last Roman emperor, threw off his imperial regalia and charged into the fighting, never to be seen again. By midday, Mehmed rode through the gates of the city he had dreamed of since childhood, straight to the Hagia Sophia. An empire that had lasted 1,500 years was gone in a single morning. Historians would later mark this as the end of the Middle Ages. The unbeatable walls had met gunpowder and lost. Mehmed was 21 years old. History remembers him as Fatih, the conqueror, and the city he took became the one we know today. Istanbul. If you love the moments in history that nobody could make up, subscribe. On this channel, we tell stories that are hard to believe and completely true.